Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of The Worst Writer in the World with the titular hero, Howard Long.
Yeah, look at my titulars.
He's 90% tit and 10% Yulla hero.
It's a good joke.
It is, you wrote that. You wrote
get
that
out of
in
a
Brett
cracker.
Pinchleaf, yeah. This podcast is brought to you by the wonderful people at the British Comedy Guide who host it, like Mark. Hello, Mark, how are you doing?
Hello, Mark.
And also our wonderful patrons on Patreon. I'm never going to get tired of saying that. Such as the person who wrote this week's plot so far, Katie Smith. Massive depressed guitar boy Will pretends to be a submarine in the bath, doesn't commit suicide, and is frustrated by lack of whiskey. After receiving a call from the bar, he realises he has forgotten his guitar, and therefore his only personality trait.
Good.
Going back, he gets a reasonably priced, for Camden, whiskey bottle and decides not to beat up Jim, the local drunk. Later, Jim tries to attack Eve, so Will appears and distracts him with cigarettes. After running away, they both sit on a wall in Camden where they have the pivotal "Are you okay?" scene. One more time, everybody, do remember that this is a story about a suicidal character, Will, and so there is discussion of his suicide, and because we're trying to make jokes, we occasionally make suicide-based jokes. So if that's not the sort of thing you want to hear, please skip ahead to the next story, coming in January, probably.
Yeah,
All
please go to January.
Yeah,
Get your
please,
TARDIS.
time travel to January,
Yeah.
when we'll be making nice, safe jokes about moles. All right. Right, so when we left Will and Eve, they had just escaped a murderous tramp.
We've got no proof he's a tramp. Keep calling this guy a tramp. It's just a guy in a bar.
It's all right. They
Decided
escaped.
he's a tramp.
They escaped a violent drunk, and ran away together.
Yeah.
So let's see.
They ran away. What? They've eloped.
No, not quite. No, they just literally ran away
Oh.
down round a corner and up a street together. So let's see what's going on with them. She wipes away the beginnings of tears, right? So she leaves the ends of tears. She's really careful with her tissue. Just getting the beginning. Okay, the end can stay. Okay, I'm going to eat the beginning of my tears.
That's it. Well, that's the best part, isn't it? It's like the
beginning
peel,
and
you know.
eats the end.
So like the tear peel.
Okay.
And then you eat the tasty fruit.
Anyway, she wipes away the beginnings of tears and tries to calm her breathing. He is holding out the cigarette packet to her, which she now takes. She shakily removes one and places it in her mouth. Because that is the correct way to smoke a cigarette. She does not put it in her ear.
Well,
all
she
right?
doesn't say how much of it she puts in her mouth. Though.
The
I mean, like, really,
whole
you should
thing.
put it in your lips, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
She
She puts-
seems like she's eating it.
Yeah, she eats the cigarette.
It's the cigarette.
Will looks at her slightly confused. What are you doing?
Doctor Who, this tastes strange in my mouth there.
Yes. Well, you're not supposed to eat it. You're supposed to smoke it. She removes her lighter. Doesn't say what she removes it from. But she removes her lighter from whatever it was stuck in. Her hand's still shaking a little, and lights the cigarette.
Oh, well done.
She smokes to regain her composure.
Oh, I know.
Will allows her this
They
moment.
didn't put that in the packet either, did they?
Yeah, okay, so may cause lung cancer, distract tramps, and regain composure.
Yeah, so make your clothes look tidy and your hair go back in place. All of a sudden, her hair looks good.
Yeah, and her clothes are clean. Will allows her this moment, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't. He's not like, "What are you doing?" Like poking her. Don't stop being calm. No, he doesn't do that. He allows her this moment.
I would normally he likes to decide what women are allowed to do. He's like being kind. You know.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
It looks
you
like
can,
he is.
You can do woman things if you like for a bit.
Yeah, do your woman smoking. Okay, are you finished? Okay, TARDIS.
Yeah.
Let's go on an adventure. I don't think I'm ready, Doctor Who. Come on, we got to stop the Daleks.
Come on, it's really boring here on Earth in this rubbish romance movie. Let's go do Dalek things.
No, that's not what he does. Will allows her this moment before using a little humour to take her mind off it. All right, so here we go. It's going to be a great joke. So,
I'm glad that
okay.
I flagged it up by saying it's humour beforehand.
Hey, Eve, knock, knock. Who's there, Doctor Who? No, don't say who's there, Doctor Who, because I'm going to say Doctor.
Ruin that joke of mine.
No, here's his real humour. So, were you stealing my guitar?
Ah.
Eve, laughing. Oh, you're so funny, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, you're pulling my
Oh,
leg.
yeah, it's so funny. No. Whispers. But the guys who work the day shift aren't so honest. She's funny too. Also, since I was rescuing it, I thought I might try it out. You play? I try. But I have a really cheapy one. I hoped I might sound better on this. Because I'm rubbish, but I'm hoping your guitar will magically make me good at guitar. Oh no, I'm still rubbish.
Yes, it will. It's magic. It's from Dalek World. Have you ever seen a Dalek play guitar? They are very good.
Yeah, and how are they good when they don't have hands? Magic guitars. I try, but I have a really cheapy one. I hoped I might sound better on this. Definitely. The guitar does all the work. I can barely play. Ha ha! Look at my funny jokes. My name's Doctor Who. Now I know that's not true. Pause. Said the bear. You can have it if you like. You'll be doing me a favour. Yeah, I don't know. I'd feel weird. Please.
Weird is the name of my penis. So
You just said you would do that.
So
okay,
please
let's go.
do feel weird. Go for it. Go now. Go,
Okay.
go.
Okay, now rub weird. Eve says, you don't even know my name. Pause. He registers this is true. Brilliant. Another great stage direction. Pause. I mean, that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be the cartoon realization face. Will pauses and then raises his eyebrows in realization. Oh, I don't know your name. You're right. Will says, I'm Will. I'm Will. That doesn't help though, does it? It's like she says, you don't even know my name. I'm Will. I know my name. Is that close enough? I know my own name.
Is that your name as well?
Are you Will?
Is this Will World? Is everyone called Will here on Will World? Only...
No, it's not Will World.
Oh.
Is that a place? I don't think that's a place.
Yes, and if your name's not Will, you will float away. Don't think that's right, Doctor Who.
Only has will gravity.
Is that true of planets now as well as moons, is it?
Yes. I mean, what's the difference between a planet and a moon? They both have gravity. They both float around in space.
And they both have Doctor Who on them, talking absolute rubbish. Yeah, Doctor Who the genius, as is constantly pointed out. I mean, he never is, but he's even less so when we take over.
Yeah. It's like starkly obvious when you've written him and he starts going, I will tell you about gravity. Oh, look at my cleverness. Oh, there are different types of gravity on different moons. Have you been to Will Gravity Moon? No, okay. Jelly gravity.
Jelly gravity.
All right. No, that doesn't happen. He proffers his hand. Eve says, Eve. They shake hands. Will, stage direction in brackets, he learns her name. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. I was like, put more stage direction in. Will hears what she says.
With his ears.
Using his ears. Yeah. Meanwhile, his heart is pumping blood around his body. A Dalek arrives. Oh, no. Sorry, that's too interesting. That doesn't happen.
Oh, gee.
No, he learns her name. Eve of Eden. Eve, so you want the guitar? No, I already owe you one.
What, a guitar?
Yeah.
What?
No, you remember when you gave me that other guitar and said you now owe me a guitar, and now you're trying to give me a second guitar. At which point I'll owe you 2 guitars. And at some point, I don't know, at some point in the future, you're going to turn out to my house and say, hey, Eve, you owe me 6 guitars. You know those 6 guitars I gave you? Now can I have 6 new guitars, please?
Hey, the interest is compound 609%, okay?
Yeah.
You owe me 6 guitars already. If I lend you this one, that's 12 guitars. She doesn't mean I already owe you one guitar. She means I owe you one for saving
Oh,
my
you're a
life.
favour, yeah. But it sounds like a guitar. You want the guitar? No, I already owe you one. Hey, no, it's fine. When I saved your life from that killer tramp, I wasn't expecting you to buy me a guitar in return. I don't know what gave you that idea, to be honest. I mean, I know so far our relationship is basically focused on guitars, but that doesn't mean that when I save you from a tramp, that you have to buy me a guitar. I mean, that's weird, right? Are we on Guitar World?
I don't know, Doctor Who. I'm on Wall.
Wall World! Oh no, at least the walls won't float away.
That's it. Well, maybe it is a spelling, and it should say Will, because he's called Will, right? They sit on Will.
Yeah. Yeah, like he sits on his own feet and then she sits on his knee.
Yeah.
It's possible for two people to sit on
Got
one person.
her on his knee, and he's going like, "Do you want a guitar?" She's like, "I'm feeling a bit
She's
weird."
going, now
I'm a
we're
bit
down this
scared
dark
now.
alley, it's just gone weird.
Because his name's Will Weird. That's his surname.
Alright, now Will and Eve have finally introduced themselves.
Oh.
And now they know each other's names. They don't have to call them like each other man and woman.
That's good.
Alright, so that's nice. And now they're just kind of awkwardly chatting in a quite a dull, but very realistic way.
Realism is dull. So, I mean, does that mean I'm dull, or that I've
You've nailed realism. Yeah, I think it does mean that. Okay, so Will says, "I'm not after anything, Eve." And Eve says, "No, I know." Amazing dialogue. Pause.
Screw you. It's amazing. It is amazing.
Will.
Brilliant, that, isn't it? I'm not after
Fine.
anything. Yeah, I know. Do you like the chairs? Yeah, they're good.
What do you think about sandwiches? Sandwiches? Yeah, they're all right.
Will looks at her and thinks.
Yeah, and then you say that in 3 different ways. Will's eyes fall upon her, and then stuff happens in his mind.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Will is pointing his face towards her and cogitating.
Eve put some cigarettes in her mouth.
I feel weird. No, there's a pause, and Will says, "Fine. Can I walk you to wherever it is you're going?" "You don't have to do that." "I know. But after all that business, I think I'd feel better knowing you were safe."
Yeah.
After all the business. You remember the business? No, what business? Do you mean the guitar business? No, not the guitar business. The cigarette eating business? No, not that. Oh, the tramp bit? Yes, the tramp business.
No,
yes.
no, not that. The bit where I made you sign that contract when we were sat on wall here.
Now you owe me like 6 guitars.
Yes, that. Well, yeah, guitarwonga.com. Come along.
No, you don't have to do that. I know, but after all that business, I think I'd feel better knowing you were safe. I'm getting the tube, I'll be fine. Then I'll walk you to the station. Eve, firmly. It's really not necessary, okay? You are more scary than the tramp now. I think I'm going to go back and talk to Jim and his lovely broken bottle and we smell. I think he just wanted to kill me. You want to go home with me. Pause. Now, he nods. Okay, well, it was nice knowing you. Safe journey. Right. Night.
Bye-bye.
Jimmy.
Goodbye, Doctor Who.
Goodbye, Leela.
Goodbye, Doctor Who. Goodbye, K9. Oh, K9, what are you doing here?
No, it's just one, right? Because you've learned, you've come a long way. And so Eve says, right, night. And there's no need
No, there's not enough people in the room, that's all.
There's no need for Doctor Who to say goodbye to all his old companions.
No, because there was a bar scene earlier and everyone said goodbye in it, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as there's any more than 2 people in a room...
You still do it. You're such a naturalist that you can't have people leave without saying goodbye.
Thank you, yeah, naturalism.
Yeah,
I'm really good at naturalism, right?
That thing that was like popular 300 years ago.
This is powerful naturalistic drama that's unfolding right on the page.
It's so
here, isn't
natural.
it?
It's so naturalistic that it's like a really boring, realistic conversation between 2 slightly uncomfortable people that no one would ever want to listen to ever.
Yes. Yes.
You're right.
That's what I was going
God
for.
forbid that Bruce Willis turns up and attacks a building or whatever.
Ha!
I forget what happened in Die Hard. Is that the plot of Die Hard?
Pretty much,
Bruce Willis attacks a building, right?
so, yeah.
Punches a building until
Yeah, he
it
doesn't like that
stops.
building, does he?
Right, so Will and Eve have said goodbye.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Is that the end then?
Well, let's see, because it seems like it should be, right?
Yeah.
If they're never going to see each other
Hopefully,
again.
because it's awful.
I'm enjoying it. Okay, let's see what happens next. He heads off in the opposite direction. Doesn't say the opposite direction to what, because like Eve hasn't left. No, 'cause she watches him go. So she's standing still, and he walks off in the opposite direction. To what? Yes, it means he walks off in two directions. Hang on. She watches him go. He is disappearing in the dark of night. So this is amazing. It's gone really supernatural. He heads off in the opposite direction, which is impossible to himself, right?
Yeah.
And then he is disappearing because of the paradox he just
This was
created.
all, I mean-
he looks at his own hand and it's vanishing. He can't play the guitar anymore.
This was all flagged up earlier in the floating head sequence.
Yeah.
It's like he's going to turn into a floating head. He can only be a full person when he's in the presence of a Scottish man in a kilt.
Woman,
in a dress.
Scottish woman in a kilt, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and so because she said, no, I'm going away now, he's gone, okay, my head's going to go that way and my body that way. Don't be scared, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Dark Hand.
Spooky going.
Yeah.
And then he's gone.
I feel weird now watching his head go into a different direction of his body.
What's that? You want to feel weird again?
Anyway, no, he is disappearing into the dark of night.
Yeah,
he is about to turn a corner and out of her life.
Oh, yeah.
He turns the corner and is gone.
Oh, wow.
This is not how stage directions work, is it?
It is. Look, he's about to do it. He does it. I'm just detailing the things that are happening.
Yeah, he heads. This is the stage directions. He heads off in the
Yeah.
opposite direction.
Yeah.
She watches him go.
Yeah.
He is disappearing in the dark of night.
Yeah, he's disappearing.
He is about to turn a
About
corner,
to corner
and out of her life.
And
He turns the corner
Yeah,
and
he
is
is,
gone.
yeah.
Pause. She moves forward. Will! No, he's already gone. He's turned the corner and he's gone.
I know.
She runs to catch up with him.
That's why it's like
Will!
that's why it's brilliant, you see, because what it says is like he's about to turn the corner. You think she's going to shout Will, and she doesn't shout Will,
and then he
he's
doesn't
gone.
go, and then she shouts
And he's
Will,
gone, and then she goes, "Oh fuck, he's gone! I should have shouted
Will!
Will before he went round that corner, because as we all know, corners are soundproofed, and he will not be able to hear her once he's gone around a corner.
Will! She shouts again. Will comes back around the corner.
He does, but not because of her.
This
It's
is like
because
a fucking farce.
it's not it's
This
because
is like-
Pac-Man's coming. Fucking hell, quickly!
Oh, he got one of the big pills, and now he's going to eat me. My sheet's no defence against him anymore. It's got
Will,
blue.
suddenly blue-coloured, comes racing around the corner from a massive half of three-quarter pie. He's got a yellow pie.
Jumping pie. Yeah. Will comes back around the corner. I'm sorry, I was rude.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Says Will.
Says it 3 times.
No, he says it once, but I was
Okay.
trying to get it right.
It's
okay. No, he says, it's okay. Eve says, no, it's not. You were being really kind and I was being paranoid and... Don't worry. Pause. Again.
Pause.
There's a lot of pauses in this. That's why it's only 69 pages, because you reckon the other 20 pages we made up with all those pauses.
Well, you know what that pause is, right? You know what?
It's a bear.
No, it's good, but that's not what it is.
Every time you say pause, a bear rips them apart and they have to regenerate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, and that's exactly what it is.
Every time your script says pause,
Pause, yeah.
it's a bear ripping and then regeneration scene, and then they just carry on as if nothing happened.
Yeah.
Well, if the offer still stands, yes, I'd be very grateful if you'd consent to walk with me, Eve said naturally. I'm bored of Tom Baker Doctor Who. I feel like I've been doing it for too long. Like, I'm thinking, like, maybe it was a mistake. Because we just did TARDIS's 5 as well, right? So there's been so much Tom Baker Doctor Who. I would like kind of feel like I wish I'd chosen a different voice for Will. All right, so here's the thing. Right, we just had a big, exciting scene where Will got stabbed by a tramp, right, with a broken bottle. As far as I remember, that's what happened. He saved Eve. He's like, he jumped in front
Oh,
of
so you reckon he's dead and it's all his death dream?
No, even better than that, right? Because he jumped in front of Eve, stopped the tramp from stabbing her, but he got stabbed with the bottle and the tramp ran away, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh crap, I'm regenerating.
Yes.
All right, so he's going to regenerate. And so give me a good regeneration sound effect. Oh my god, look at my juice coming out. There's juice coming out of my hands. Any minute now, I will look at the ceiling and my face will change. That's what happens in the modern one, right? All right.
So
okay.
what are you going to do is Peter Davison now?
No.
Oh, what was that all about then? I thought you were going to change.
I'm going to change the actor, but I'm not going to do Peter Davison. Okay, so the next scene, external, street, Farringdon, night. Okay, they're walking along, saying nothing for some time.
Good scene.
He is frowning, and she decides not to interrupt his thought. That's what it says. He doesn't say thoughts. he's only the other one. He is frowning, and she thinks he's probably having a thought. I won't interrupt him. It seems to take him quite a long time to have that one thought. Eventually, she starts dodging the cracks in the pavement. This clearly grates him. Wow. So like a big cheese grater comes down and it's like...
Yeah, that is definitely what it means. And, right,
and that's what
it's
happens
being held by a massive jelly monster.
Brilliant. Well, that's what happens when... it turns out that dodging the cracks is like a summoning spell for jelly monsters that own cheese graters.
Yeah, it's like an Italian jelly monster. It's like, I gotta get some cheese for my pizza.
Yeah, absolutely. Because only Italians own cheese graters, don't they? So that makes sense.
Well, Italian jelly monster.
So Will, having regenerated, says, "Have you worked there long?"
Sounds like a degeneration. He's turned into John Pertwee.
He's degenerated into John Pertwee, yeah. About 3 months. Right. I didn't think I'd seen you before.
Right, what?
I didn't think I'd seen you before. Apparently he doesn't play guitar there very often. Once every 4 months, in fact.
Right, yeah.
But no, I just got back from travelling. I took the job to help pay for my training. Is it ninja training? Is she going to be ninja training?
So.
Okay. Will says, training? And she says, yup. I actually finally figured out what I'm doing with myself.
Oh, yeah.
It's called masturbating. I didn't know it had a name. I've just been doing it.
I think you needed to train for that.
I was rubbish at it. Anyway, so Eve says she figured out what she's doing with herself. And Will says, you did? And Eve says, I did. And Will says, what? And Eve says, guess. Right then, okay. I've only just met you 5 minutes ago, but I'm going to guess what you're going to... I don't know, you're going to become a space monster. A space monster? No, I'm not going to become a space monster. You think, right, are you going to like...
Regular monster. No, not a regular monster. Neither Doctor Who.
Is it a swamp monster? No, to be honest, maybe just leave the monsters.
Well, I've got very strictly limited experience of jobs. Is it Dalek? No, I'm not going to become a Dalek.
So, guess. I don't know. Something important? Yeah. You're a fucking moron, aren't you? Something... Yes, I've decided to do something important with my life.
Look, you're the one saying guess my fucking job. I'm the idiot here.
Yeah, with no clues and not knowing you at all. I know you're trained to be a bigger barmaid, a taller barmaid. You know what you're doing. The only thing I know about you, you're a barmaid. You're going to be like a space barmaid. You're going to be like a magic fucking barmaid. Something important? Obviously, but important to who? A barmaid's only important to the drunk buying the drink. I mean, like you, for instance. You're a musician. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know that. You don't have to tell me what I am. And music is very important to you. Yes? Yes. Because it's an expression of your true self. And if you could never play again, you'd be incomplete. Well, not exactly true. I mean, I still have hands and I still have feet and stuff. I mean,
it's just the job.
Yeah, I'd find something else to do. Maybe I'd write poetry or something.
But if I just play your rubbish pub, they don't pay me. I've got a job in Sainsbury's.
Yeah. You know, it's not that fucking satisfying playing guitar in a crappy pub in London.
Stacking peas. I'm a pea stacker.
That's all I can do.
Is that an actual job, pea stacker?
Yeah.
You have to stack other things as well.
No, someone else does the broccoli.
Yeah. Not tins of peas either. Just actual peas.
Individual. That's why
Individual
it's a
peas. It takes a long time.
Yeah. You do like a display, a pyramid of peas, and then someone brushes past it and knocks it over.
I've reached the moon.
Anyway, so she says, if you could never play again, you'd be incomplete. Yes. That's how important a job should be. Pause. Come on, you still haven't guessed. No, you haven't given me any fucking clues. You said it should be something fucking important. You said, oh yeah, it's got to be important, like you with your guitar. And I mean, firstly, that's not important. Loads of people play the guitar. Who needs a guitar player? No one. You know, if anything, we need fewer guitar players. Oh, there's a fucking guitar player outside my tube station. I wish there wasn't. I want to go for a pub. I want to go to drink in a pub and there's a fucking guitarist there. I'd prefer there wasn't one. So my job's not important. My job's irritating. You want to irritate people, or are you going to be a charity fucking campaigner? Is that what you're going to be? Oh, yes. fuck. You guessed right, I am. I'm going to stand outside King's Cross Station and try and stop people by dancing at them. With a big fucking smile on my face.
Being pretty.
Yeah.
Aiming for the ugly men.
Right, so Howard just said that charity campaigners are pretty because he knows that someone in this room, i.e. me, used to be one, right?
Yeah,
for
you did.
a very short amount of time, like 3 months or something. And you're right, I did always aim for ugly men. But in the script, Will and Eve are walking to the tube station and Eve is trying to make Will guess her future job. Ooh. I'm no good at guessing games. You can have one clue. Brilliant. Okay. Like what? Can I have more than one clue? No, you can have one clue. Better make it a good clue. Okay, it's a teacher. Is it a teacher? Yes, it is. Well done. Okay, what's my clue? Crap. Sorry. The tube's shut. Liverpool streets, and indeed they have reached the tube station and it is all locked up for the night. She rattles the gate in mild annoyance. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Not very angry, I'm just mildly annoyed, so I'm rattling it not too hard.
Yeah.
Does Liverpool Street have a gate? Isn't Liverpool Street just open? I know the tube itself isn't. But
I don't know where it is.
You don't know, you think it's in Farringdon. Yeah. Next up, external cab office, street, Bishopsgate, night. The little yellow sign of the cab firm lies just beyond the tube station. Eve goes in, while Will waits outside. Will looks at his watch. Should he stay or should he go?
Dun 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 dun.
The Kinks turn up. No, that doesn't happen. He's not too keen on goodbyes, so if he goes now, he saves himself the trouble. He's going to fuck off. Also, how do we get to see this? Will looks at his watch, and we see that he is thinking that he's not too keen on goodbye.
A really futuristic watch.
Yeah, he looks at his watch, his Apple Watch.
Yeah,
It's got an email on it.
It's like he's not very, because he has difficulty having thoughts, as we've ascertained. He has to read him off his watch. That's why.
Okay, so it's a future watch that
got a
tells you what
faulty
you're
brain.
thinking.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually. You've got a faulty brain, right? That means you don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Like there's a connection severed, that you're still capable of thinking stuff, but your awareness isn't connected to your thoughts.
I don't know what I think about that. I'll just check my Apple Watch.
Apparently, I quite like it.
Oh, I like Nazis. Hey, has someone been playing with my watch?
Don't like Nazis. Sorry, I didn't read the word before it.
That's it. Well, because it comes in from the left, doesn't it? So it's like Nazis, like comes next. So it says like Nazis, and then
like
don't
Nazis. If you don't read the don't, then you're in trouble.
You never know, do you?
Yeah. So you've got to be aware, or switch off the scrolling function.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. If you let a lazy reader, though, you go, like Nazis, okay, right, where do I sign up for the Nazi party then, Trevor?
Yes. So, Will waits outside, looks at his watch, it tells him what he's thinking. He edges away a little, slowly at first, then more decisively picking up some pace. This sounds like a fucking farce again. It's like he edges away. He's on his own, and then he's like ding 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 drrr, ding 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 ding, and he's like looking around. There's someone looking at. Act normal. Someone's looking at me. Okay, they've looked away. Ding 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 ding. Brrr.
Yeah, and then the monster comes, so he has to put a lampshade on his head, or like. Start doing a juggling routine.
Juggling, or pretending to kiss someone.
Yeah.
There's no one there, so he has to snog himself. He has to do that thing where you turn around and like do your back.
Yes.
So when the monster walks past, they're like, "Oh, it's just someone having a snog with himself."
Or set up a burger stand like they would in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Okay. So Will sets up a burger stand.
Yeah, and a mummy comes and he gives the mummy a burger and it likes it and it walks away and then suddenly it goes.
Hang on. Yeah. Okay. But no. And after he's done all that, instead of running away, suddenly he stops. He can't leave her. He turns around and goes back. He reaches the cab place just as she emerges from within. 30 minutes. Do you want me to wait with you? I might walk. Is it far? A few stops. All right, so from Farringdon to Liverpool Street is a few stops.
Yeah.
Right? So they've already, for some reason, walked to Liverpool Street, even though they were outside a tube station. I'm at Farringdon, but I need to be at Liverpool Street. Well, the only way to solve that problem is by walking, not get the Circle Line, for example. But no, they've walked to Liverpool Street, and now she's going, oh, well, I might as well walk home, because I'm already halfway there.
Yeah.
I've already done half
She's not
the
going
walk.
home. She's going to a party.
Oh, is she? Okay. No, listen, I'll walk you. Mm-hmm. I don't want you to feel like you've got to look after me now. No, I know. I'll walk you. This is another fucking great conversation. You don't seem too sure. Like when you said, I'll walk you, and then I'll walk you, you seem really unsure about it. When you insisted that you'd walk me, you don't seem very sure. I mean, you've not actually picked me up and thrown me over your shoulder and started walking me, have you?
No.
I don't like that kind of indecisiveness in a man. No, don't worry, okay. Now, trust me, if I wasn't here, I wouldn't be doing anything. Because he'd be a deado.
Would.
Great.
A little bit of suicide humour for the eagle-eared there.
Trust me, if I wasn't here, I'd be doing nothing with a rope round my neck dangling from the ceiling.
Yeah, I'd just be bleeding in a bath to death.
What?
Nothing.
No. If I wasn't here, I'd be doing nothing in heaven, probably, or maybe hell, because I'd be dead with a knife sticking out my eye. Pardon? Nothing.
Nothing.
No, I'm just saying, if I wasn't here, I'd be lying on my bedroom floor with a bullet sticking out my nose. What? Just something I had to do on Friday.
Nothing. Well, I'm saying.
Yes, I'm really paying attention this time, so I keep missing what you say.
Well, if I wasn't here, I'd be at the bottom of a very tall building all splattered because I just jumped off it because of suicide.
What?
Will the walk ahead be as unbearable as the walk so far has been? Or will it get more bearable?
Where's Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right?
Find out next week on the
Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Well, thank you very much for listening to this brilliant episode of the bestest writer in the world. Who's he? His name is Howard. How'd he get to be so good?
So good at sentences.
Yeah.
If you have enjoyed this and would like more by us, I mean, so much more.
Yeah, so
more
much
than
more.
you could realistically shake a golden stick
You
at.
can't shake your golden stick at anything because you've not got one, have you? But
Then why not join our secret gang for very, very small amounts of money and get loads and loads of stuff? If you're not sure, go and have a look at patreon.com/manbycow and you can see what you will get if you join. If you missed our most recent Worst Writer in the World live stream, you can probably still watch it on YouTube, but we are going to do another one, right?
right, what is a live stream?
A live stream is when we point a video camera at ourselves,
Yeah.
and people can watch it live.
Wow,
Not
can they-
later, but live.
Can they communicate with us?
They can leave comments and we can answer those comments, say
Wow.
hello to them. We can say, oh, look, it's Steve the dog. What's Steve the dog doing here?
Right,
And
right.
how
That
is he
would be
typing?
weird. How is Steve the dog typing?
How is he managing to type?
That's probably just his handle. He's probably not really a dog.
No, he keeps saying woof.
Oh, really?
That's all
He's
he
just
types is
typing woof.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Wait, it's a dog keyboard he's got. It's just got one big
fucking-
button that says woof.
I was going to say, because otherwise it seems pointless, like a dog learning to type and then just typing woof.
Well, it's got the skill, but it's got nothing to say.
Hmm.
As is true of many people on the internet, Howard Long. All right. If you'd like to join us for the live stream, it's going to happen on the 20th of December. That's a Thursday. We'll do it in the British evening, right?
British evening time.
British evening time, probably about 8 o'clock. We're going to read lots of short things that Howard Long wrote when he was a kid, just like we did last time. It's lots of fun, and we'll also probably be drunk. We'll be back next week with another exciting episode of Romancing the Howard, when maybe something will happen.
What has happened?
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.